How's it going, YouTube? Oxy here, and welcome back. Yes, as the title suggests, we got some tragic news today, and, genuinely, I'm pretty disappointed, and all hype for this game is gone, dead. And, of course, we're talking about, the recent revealed Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. It's about time, obviously, like many of you, when I saw it, which was showed at the recent PlayStation Showcase, and yeah, what can I say? Genuinely excited. Now, I didn't watch the showcase again. If you know, me being an Xbox collector, I mean, don't get me wrong, God of War, Spider-Man 2, the Wolverine that Insomniac's gonna work on, all seem like great stuff, but gotta keep it real. I'm not gonna play any of those, so like the meme, I don't care. Just gotta keep it honest. But yeah, KOTOR, obviously, if you know Xbox, 1 and 2, console-wise are exclusive to the original Xbox. They both have come out on PC, and as we'll get into it, they haven't released to mobile, like iOS and Android. But yeah, KOTOR, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of you genuinely excited. I mean, what is it to say? The game is it's highly coveted as one of the greatest RPGs of all time. That same side of the coin, one of the best Star Wars games of all time. And truly, people have played it. Look, I'm not going to pretend I haven't. I own them. But yeah, again, many people will tell you, just one of the, BioWare's game is truly held up there. But in tragic news, as more info has come out, it's apparent that it's not going to be what it seems. So, it is a remake, and, the developer, Aspyr Studios, who are the same people who have ported, KOTOR 1 and 2 to mobile, iOS and Android, and they've essentially been the main studio porting all the classics from that era, Star Wars Jedi Academy, Jedi Outcast, Pod Racer. You get the idea. They've been porting these to consoles, so a good team to do it. Yeah, BioWare's not involved. I guess we should make that clear in the developing. But yeah, the issue is that it's come out that apparently they're hinting at that the story might be messed with, which, again, this is a remake, so not a remaster. It's being built from the ground up. I guess to give you an example, Resident Evil 2, right, the recent remake, how that's, the two games, the original and that, very different. That's the idea with this. It's going to be different. And the thing that's got a lot of people worried is just the fact that, so I believe one of the directors or studio heads at Aspyr, got interviewed by, Sony, PlayStation. And of course they asked, oh, is it a remake, all that. But one line he specifically mentions, and that has a lot of people, genuinely worried, is where he talks about that with this remake, they're going to hope to honor the original and to retell it in, a modern, so that modern audiences can appreciate it. That already, when I heard that already gave red flags. That's basically telling me we're gonna wokeify, or clean this game to be accepted, right? To not trigger anybody. And again, I was already getting irritated at that. And then the bomb that dropped was that a writer. Now, I've seen multiple reports, either that she was a lead writer, which honestly, if she is, I am not buying this game whatsoever. But then I've also heard that she's been hired, the game was 3/4 of the way done. And that, of course, being Sam Maggs. And let me just tell you, oof, Roblox, oof, right? This lady is just pure SJW, man-hating garbage. And yeah, don't believe me, look at her Twitter. It's just filled with, stupid shit. Seriously, look, politics aside, whatever you believe in, rights and everything, seriously, this lady comes off as, just, like a brain dead, like just like a stupid bitch. Like I just can't, like, you know, you try to be respectful, but people like this are just so irritating. You know, they get triggered over everything if you simply do not agree with their opinions. Again, not like bashing or attacking them, just not agreeing, giving constructive criticism. They hide like a little bitch, you know, they block everybody who doesn't agree with their, you know, with their views, because they're, you know, I'm right and there's no way you can be, you know, like we all have to agree. Like what I say is, you know, law, and if you don't agree with it, you're, you know, we're gonna cancel you. She's one of those. And yeah, like seriously, like, and here's the kicker. So this is what, like, it's just okay. So like, back in 2019, she was asked what her favorite Star Wars games is. You know what she responded? And again, verbatim, this is what she literally said. Not KOTOR. Again, she was asked what her favorite Star Wars game is. Right? And, you know, you could have been like, oh, I don't know, Dark Forces. Or, knowing her, she's never played a video game in her life. So she probably would have said, like, Fallen Order, like a newer one. She specifically says, not KOTOR. And I guess Disney or whoever thought it was a great idea. You know, she clearly doesn't like it. This is genius. You know, we need her to write the new one. Like, come the fuck on. And, yeah, okay, so there's that. And, oh man, like, seriously, like, this chick is, like, irritating to say the least. Like, people like that. And, of course, she has openly admitted that she hates, again, male Star Wars fans. You heard that right. Male Star Wars fans. And, you know, she was hired to work on a Star Wars game. I mean, like seriously, the shit rates itself. Like, who in their right mind is like, that's a perfect candidate, you know, to bring this classic back in, you know, like, back. And, like, seriously, what a joke. And funny enough, one positive I can say is that Jennifer Hale, you know, godlike voice actor, of course she's worked with BioWare a very long time. She is reprising her role. She's coming back as, I'm sorry, the name escapes me. It's like, starts with the B, but yeah, the character in KOTOR, her name starts with the B. I'm sorry, I forgot it. But yeah, she's reprising her role, and I mean, hey, that's one good thing. But it's sad. It's truly sad that it's gonna be wasted on this garbage of, you know, piece of shit of a game. And yeah, it's like, so again, another thing, being that it was Sony, it was announced as like a PlayStation exclusive. But again, it's very confusing. So at first, it was made to be like, oh, it's PlayStation only. Which, funny enough, the originals were on Xbox. But then later on, they go on to say that it will be on PC. And then Aspire directly, so the people actually making the game, they were asked, like, you know, is it an exclusive? And they had some choice words where they said it will be a PlayStation exclusive at launch, you know, giving the impression that this will be a timed exclusive. So again, before all that news came out about Disney and Lucasfilm trying to put this woke garbage into the game, you know, I was like, oh, hey, we'll get it. Because again, the original, you know, KOTOR 1 and 2, they're Xbox exclusive on PC as well, but console-wise, you get it. And yeah, I was like, oh, cool, we're going to get it eventually. But now, honestly, after all this, Sony, keep that shit. Fuck that. I don't want it. Again, to all my Xbox bros, KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2, play these instead. And, you know, shout out to Microsoft, Billy G, fully backwards compatible. I can play these right now. You know, as you're watching this video, I might be playing one of them in my Series X. And yeah, if you're an Xbox fan, just Star Wars fan, go for these. Don't even waste your money on that new piece of shit. And if you're a Sony fan, you know, you don't own an Xbox, if you have a PC, the games, the original two are on PC. Go for those. and, you know, you don't have an Xbox or a PC, or you don't game on PC, as mentioned earlier, the same studio, which again is so aggravating to like, so Aspyr, the ones working on the new one, they ported these two to mobile, iOS and Android. Pretty sure all of you have one of the two, unless you're one of like 5 people that have a Windows phone. But yeah, get it on there. Do not buy this garbage. You know, just do not buy this shit. Seriously. Again, I mean, hey, I guess I can say just wait for reviews. Real reviews, not IGN, you know, giving it a 10 out of 10 for being inclusive and all this garbage. Like seriously. Like, you have to wonder, like, knowing that this is a video game, and specifically Star Wars KOTOR, you have, being a remake, so an older game, you have to already know that the game is like, the target audience is going to be older fans, people who've played, you know, 1 and 2. So, and you know, doesn't matter male or female, I'm pretty sure none of us are asking like, man, that story needs to be fixed. Like, you know, we're the target audience, and that's just the thing that just irks the fuck out of me, is that, like, you know, whoever it may be, corporations trying to push this like woke shit and all that, is like, think the people that it's like being pushed for, so like, you know, your SJWs, your feminists, they're not gonna buy this shit. Like, bruh, you know, it's like, I'm sorry, it's just, I don't know, it's just very infuriating. And yeah, just again, I do not recommend it. Don't get it. Again, like, it's sad to see another, you know, like, legend or just great, you know, a great franchise presumably be ruined. Now, hey, in all fairness, I have to admit, we don't know yet. We don't have the game in our hands. Again, that Sam brags. It's, there's conflicting reports, either that if she's the head writer, then yeah, it's gonna be a shit show. You can imagine it. All the female characters are gonna be, you know, Mary Sue's, who, you know, don't need no man to beat the game. And just countless, like, putting down of men and stuff like that. Like, I could already see it. But again, there's also the rumor that she was only brought in for, like, the last fourth of development. So, hopefully that one's true, and, you know, this dumb bitch didn't get to ruin much of this masterpiece. But yeah, guys, that was just my little rant. Sorry. Again, it annoys me when companies feel the need to, like, just, you know, like, taint or just tamper. Like, it's like, look, this is a rare case where it's like a remaster just would have been perfect, you know? Just bump up the visuals and that's it. It would have been easier to do instead of a full ground up remake. You know, would have been much easier, and it would have just, you know, it would have sold like crazy. But now, like I said, I mean, Sony, y'all can keep that shit, hold that L. And yeah, shout out to Xbox, at least we can play these, you know, untainted. But yeah, guys, that was just my little rant. I mean, be sure to let me know, have you played the originals? What are your opinions on all this? And yeah, are you gonna check it out regardless, you know? And hey, we'll see what happens. But as always, guys, I make new videos every Tuesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to check them out. And if you stuck around this long, thank you, genuinely. And please make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good jazz. It really helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. But as always, guys, I've been your host, Oxy. Take care.